Okay, I'm gonna go outside, be with nature, touch some grass. Now it's kind of hot outside. I said I would wait out in the next episode, but I just need to know about these Godzillas. I'm just curious. I think I might as well do another one. Let's see.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Sebastian Mammoth, and as you can see by the thumbnail and title, it's time for round 8, but this time with two of our reskinned Godzillas. Kong Battle Godzilla versus Godzilla Energized. Remember when I said that this is a reskinned version of another Godzilla? Yep, it's time for that episode. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And newsflash, I don't even need to show any boxes of pictures of Godzilla Energized box. So I have it right here, and it's in multi-languages. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's see which Godzilla will win once and for all. So let's do it. All right, so let's start with boxes. As you all know, same reason as every other GVK character's box. His box is thrown away, but his box was not. But on Kong Godzilla's box, it was pretty much the same as all the other GVK stuff in the line, but on the back, instead of the usual orange soda, like Shinra Jira, as he calls it, it's a background of Hong Kong with a little bio for this Godzilla, which, if I'm correct, it reads, "The earth-shaking power of Godzilla is in your hands as the king of the monsters unleashes his devastating atomic blast and skyscraper-shattering tail swipe to battle Kong for the monster throne." Which, that tells you something. And on the back, there was another figure that was coming out, and that was Supercharged Godzilla with Fighter Jet, or what it once was called, Godzilla Extreme. But now for Godzilla Energized's package. As you can see, I put him back in like how he was supposed to be. And as you can see, it's in different languages. Godzilla Energized in 2 other different languages in another company. Which, fun fact, this Godzilla Energized box came straight from England. Yeah, this goes to show you that this box was from another area. And instead of the usual hook hanger that we have on the English boxes, it's got that little Sesame Street hanger right here. Okay, main reason I said that is that kind of looks like the Sesame Street logo, but don't worry, I promise to stop referencing that. But yeah, the rest of the box is pretty much the same and still in English with Monsterverse, Godzilla Kong the New Empire, Godzilla and Kong standing and roaring together, standard stuff on the side, standard stuff on the other side. And here's Godzilla Energized, barely featuring any blue, and he's a reskinned version of Godzilla Radio Tower, which we'll be getting to. And he comes with a battle drone, which I'm pretty sure looks more like an airplane rather than a drone, because look at that. And here's Godzilla's bio in different languages, but it's that I clearly can't read, but I can only read it in English. Supercharged on raw energy, Godzilla is coursing with surplus power. Blue veins of fire crackle beneath the surface of his skin, just waiting to erupt. Which, that tells you something about him. And besides, he was also shown briefly in the second trailer. And here are all the other figures, including that pink Tiamat, which we'll get to later on in another episode. And there's the prototype version of Kong Battle X2 that we saw last time. But yeah, as we see here, there's a Barbie Tiamat, Battle X Kong 2.0, Barbinzilla, Thanos Kong, Mini-Me, Stinky Baby Poopy Lizard, Frosty the Snow Titan, King Louis. So I would have accepted if this thing said Godzilla Energized with Battle Drone, but I feel like that's kind of too late. But I think both of them get a point for boxes, because this one's got the best Hong Kong box of all time, and this one came straight from England, which I will say, I like that it's in different languages so I can learn them, but I'm not going to say it in other languages today, because that would probably take forever, if you know what I mean. But now, let's get to the figures and paint and designs. Okay, so let's start with Kong Battle Godzilla first. Once you get him out, you'll have to attach the tail to the figure, which there is a blue ball joint on the back here if you just pop it on like that. And look at that, your Godzilla is ready to help you fight Kong. So, here's Godzilla Hong Kong's design, which most of you call it Neon Goji, or what some people would call it the Monsterverse version of Space Godzilla, which I'm not sure if that makes sense, since although he kind of does look like him, minus that there's no crystals on his shoulders. But best part about this Godzilla is that he's all translucent. Though it's kind of like Godzilla with heat ray in the line, because the black skin, dead giveaway. Hey, and this is clearly a reskin version of Godzilla with heat ray, because the numbering on the bottom, dead giveaway. Because look at that, copyright 2020. We'll get to that with the next figure, which is Godzilla Energized. And most of it's translucent. Like, let's put him in the light. Just look at that. He just looks very translucent. So sure, the inside of him's exposed, and it kind of ruins the fun. Same with the ball joint, but I don't care. I think this is a cool translucent figure in the set. Although unfortunately, the neck joint for this Hong Kong Godzilla is exposed, and it's literally ruining it. But I do not care, because it looks pretty fun. And it's honestly one of my favorite toys with psychedelic colors. But now, let's get to Godzilla Energized, then I'll see who gets a point for design and paint. Okay, so Godzilla Energized, as you all know, he has the same ball joint as all the other Godzillas. We just pop it on, apply some pressure too, if you have a little trouble with it. Make sure you get a hairdryer or dip it in hot water. So, I have some concerns about this Godzilla Energized, but first, let's talk about the design. Just look at this awesome blue design. And look at it. It's like a blue version of the Burning Godzilla. I mean, look at that. They got every detail right. Right? Though some parts of it are not blue. And he's got some blue eyes. But though the tail's not color blue like this. Looks pretty cool. And I think this is pretty cool. Because this is translucent, unlike somebody else. And I'm not talking about Hong Kong Godzilla, but unfortunately there is something I don't like about this figure. You wanna know what that is? It's a reskinned version of this. See? I told you we were gonna get to this in another episode, and that episode is this episode, today. This is the day. Let's look at it. Look what Playmates did. Yeah, they just literally took the same Godzilla design and just painted it blue like people wouldn't even notice. Oh, and here's the bottom of the feet, and it has freaking 2020 on it. Like, look here, this one also has 2020 on it. Playmates thought we wouldn't even notice unless we flip it over. Why would Playmates even use the same design over and over again? They even changed the eyes. And what's crazy... Get out of the way. And what's crazy is that they even took the translucent fins off of this figure and transferred it to this one. Look at that. It's the exact same dorsal fins. And what makes it worse is that they actually glued in the battle damage reveal. Like it still has the little gimmick, which we'll get to in a few minutes. I tried applying some pressure to try and take it off myself, and now it's like they used Gorilla Glue. I'm too afraid to even touch that now. I'm too upset to even touch that. But according to Shin Robjira and other people out there, they have advised to not open the battle damage since it's super glued and it could break the figure. Like, why would Playmates even do this? Like, why? Honestly, they gotta stop using the same Godzilla reskin over and over and over again. And what's crazy is that they're even using it for the Burning Godzilla they're making. Though I will buy the figure though, so I can complete the Playmates King of the Monsters collection. Don't worry. I feel better now. So, I think I might have to give Hong Kong Godzilla a point here because he's more translucent compared to this one. Sorry. But this is literally a reskin of Godzilla with Radio Tower and Godzilla with Heat Ray. You know what? Actually, I think they both get a point for design since the blue is actually the enlightened me. So let's do a quick little comparison before we move on to articulation. So if you have him like standing normally, I think he's about the same height, which as you can tell, but the arms kind of look the same. Same leg, since like I said, this is a reskin. Same with this guy. And yeah, and I think this one's one of my favorite GVK figures. And this one was actually a post-Christmas gift, so yeah. And honestly, I don't even know why they even bothered using it, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that in the accessories and gimmicks section. So they're both 6-inch figures, and they both have the same features. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get to articulation as we speak. So just like every Godzilla on the line, he's got a hinge at the jaw. I guess this one sort of has movement at the neck. His arms can move all the way around, though it has interference, so it's best if you just do that. Or if you just want to risk it, go ahead and apply it through there. His legs, which are for some reason a bit loose. It's not entirely loose. And tail, side to side, up and down, and the whole 360 that we've seen before all this. Best part is, it doesn't even squeak, which is a... Oh, come on, I spoke too soon. Okay, it just squeaks a little bit. Anyway, now, Godzilla Energized, same movement as always. Is with the arms and legs interference, and no ankle movement, and no... Oh god, he's got neck movement. He's got neck movement. And anyway, the tail, 360, side to side and up and down. Oh god, it squeaks a little bit too. So I would say it'd be pretty much a point for both of them, since it's the same thing. I mean, same articulation as all the other Godzilla figures in the line. And consider this round 3 of Godzilla with the same 2019 design, since remember, we did Godzilla with Heat Ray versus Godzilla Evolved, and Godzilla with Radio Tower, and Godzilla versus Godzilla with Heat Ray 2. Yeah. But now, let's talk gimmicks and accessories, shall we? Alright, so here are their accessories. And here's another reskin of the Heat Ray that we've seen 2 times. Which, this one's actually a bit darker compared to the original. I consider this the stronger version of the Atomic Breath, because if you all remember from the first episode, we discussed how the other one looked like a weak version of the Atomic Breath. And and just like the other Godzillas, it can be plugged into his mouth. I mean, just look at that. This looks very cool. You can even transfer into the other Godzilla. Just look at that. Honestly, that looks so cool, and I like how it's compatible across the line still. And of course, Hong Kong Godzilla, Neon Goji, has the same battle damage reveal, which is on his chest. Which, like I've said before, it's a piece of Godzilla's skin being ripped off from the toy figure. Here, although his battle damage reveal is not translucent, but I'll give Playmates a pass on that. But I do like how his piece is translucent. Right, but I was talking about the rib cage. Like we discussed, Energized Goji here has the battle damage reveal, but unfortunately it's not removable because it's super glued. This goes to show that Playmates really doesn't care about battle damage features anymore. Which honestly, I bet you that Playmates said themselves that they do not care if they use the same Godzilla design over and over again. Which goes to show that they really don't care about the Godzilla figures anymore. But they did give us a nice accessory, being the battle drone, which kind of looks like a little paper airplane that you would make, or one of those little wood or plastic airplanes, which Godzilla can actually hold in his hand or put it in his mouth. Which, if you all remember in the movie, Godzilla went to Paris, France to take away their nuclear energy to prepare for the fight with Scar King and Shimo, and this is where the drones were, and Godzilla destroyed a bunch of them. And I think this is a new accessory, and it's my favorite out of all of the other accessories. Which we've never had a battle drone like this before. Kudos to Playmates though for making it look like an airplane though. This looks pretty cool. I like it. Honestly, I think both the accessories get a point since they gave us the best dark heat ray and a very cool new battle drone. Though honestly, Playmates really needs to start using a new Godzilla design. Like, why not just use this one for a while and give us this tail again? Which honestly, yeah, if any Playmates people are watching this, why are you guys using the same Godzilla figure over and over again? Explain that to me. Anyway, so I guess it's time to move on to the fight, or maybe a dance fight this time like in the last episode. So, let the battle that these two Godzillas got themselves into again begin!
What kind of tomfoolery is this? Excuse me, this is no tomfoolery. I'm you from the future. Well then, tell me, how's your transition coming? You know, from America's best hero to America's worst villain? Oh, that's hilarious. You should be on TV. Oh wait, that's right. You were! But then you got cancelled. Ooh, ha ha. What about that? Ugh. Dance fight! I know who you are under that skin. You were trained by Space Godzilla himself to mimic my every move. Oh, I think I bruised a rib. Oh, you tell me. The explosion broke my chest. I feel like I'm just fighting myself and that is making me a cannibal. Agreed. Why don't we just make peace instead of fighting? Deal.
Wait a minute. Is Neon Goji shaking hands with Godzilla Energized? What on earth happened between those two? You know what, in that case, I declare this a tie. And it seems like GVK and GXK get another point again, because they have done it. The impossible. But it seems like they don't want to fight each other, because this would make Godzilla a cannibal for killing himself. I don't know what happened between you two, but good game. That is all. You may go. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for this battle. It looks like GVK and GXK get another point since the two Godzillas made a truce again. And it seems like they've done it again, but I will see you all in the next video, and tune in next time for episode 8, or 9. Tune in next time for episode 9 of GVK vs. GXK, and I will see you all at the live stream or in the next video. See you later.